Well, where we're seeing real traction is that safety USP. We're able to make large-scale batteries that give exemplary safety data.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Ilika CEO Graeme Purdy. Graeme, great to speak with you again. How does this grant and the Primed project move Goliath closer to full-scale commercialization, and what milestones should investors be watching out for over the next year?
Well, this is a really important grant for us. You'll have picked up actually over the weekend that the government announced its 2.5 billion Drive 35 initiative, which is, perfectly aligned with their industrial strategy. And as part of that, the first disbursement of funds, there's been a series of programs that the Drive 35 initiative is supporting, and ILIKF has been one of the beneficiaries of that. So we've got 1.25 million pounds in grant funding over a 12-month period. So it's a pretty short period from the perspective of usual development grants. And it'll kick off in the next couple of weeks. So actually, we're targeting a 1st of August start, working together with HSSMI and also the UK Battery Industrialization Centre, who you'll remember we've worked with previously, actually, in our Automotive Transformation Fund (ATF) program called System. And what that particular program achieved, what System achieved, was that we were able to demonstrate the deposition of electrolyte on anodes, which is part of our production process for making our batteries. And what this program allows us to do, this latest award, is that it builds on that expertise and allows us to then push through the roadmap that we've got through to delivery of our P2 prototypes, which is effectively our minimum viable product. And so what investors are going to see over the next 12 months is actually a release of our next set of prototypes, our P1.5 prototypes, which are a 10 amp hour battery, and then a further 5 times scale up supported by this primed program through to P2. That will allow us to then release a 50 amp hour set of samples to customers for their evaluation, which will be a real trigger for further commercialization of the product.
Graeme, you mentioned digitally twinning gigascale production. What exactly does that mean, and how does it reduce risk or improve efficiency as you approach licensing deals?
Oh, well, one of my early bosses once said to me, he said, make sure that you make all of your mistakes on paper and not in concrete. I guess the world's moved on a bit. None of us really do our designs on paper anymore. But a digital twin is effectively a method for modeling gigascale prediction and production digitally before we, commit to large scale equipment for production. So it's a way of minimizing and managing risk. And HSSMI are real experts in this area. And it'll allow us to give increased confidence to potential licensees of the IP.
Graeme, given the intense competition in the battery sector, what do you see as Goliath's main differentiators that will appeal to automotive partners and investors?
Well, where we're seeing real traction is that safety USP. We're able to make large-scale batteries that give exemplary safety data. Actually, you'll recall some of the videos that we enjoyed watching last year when we were first releasing some of that data and entertaining the viewers. But on a serious note, pack designers see that as a real differentiator because they're able to take cost and weight out of EVs And that battery is pretty unique in terms of its offering.
Well, Graeme, congratulations on your latest grant. I hope you'll keep us updated on progress with it.
Absolutely. Let's speak soon.
That's Graeme Purdy, the CEO of Ilika.